Most people live their entire lives waiting for a magical destination called one day. One day I will stop stressing about bills. One day I will quit this job and travel the world. One day I will finally be financially free. But if you look closely at a calendar, you will notice something terrifying. There is no day of the week called one day. When you relegate your dreams to a vague future timeline, you aren't actually planning, you are procrastinating. You are leaving your entire life up to luck. Today, we are changing your one day into day one. Because financial freedom is not a lottery ticket, it's not an accident, and it's not a vague, distant dream reserved only for the lucky few. It is a mathematical reality. Have you ever actually paused to ask yourself, what is my exact number for financial freedom? What is the precise amount of money you would need invested so that you could wake up, look at your alarm clock and say, I don't need to work for money anymore. My money works for me.
I have enough.
Most people have absolutely no idea what that number is. They just wander through their careers thinking more is better. But when you don't know where the finish line is, you can never stop running. In this video, I am going to walk you through a complete step-by-step masterclass to calculate your exact financial freedom number. Are you ready? Now let's start. Comment day 1 below as an affirmation of your commitment to this journey. Before we write down a single calculation, we need to understand why most people never reach financial freedom, even when they make great money. Let me tell you a story about a professional named Michael, because it highlights a trap that might be quietly catching you right now. 10 years ago, Michael graduated from university and landed an entry-level corporate job making $25,000 a year. Michael lived in a tiny apartment with a roommate, mostly ate cheap meals, and constantly thought, man, if I could just make $50,000 a year, all my problems would be solved. I'd be rich, and I'd save half my paycheck. Fast forward 5 years. Michael works hard, gets promoted, and finally reaches that $50,000 goal. But guess what? The tiny apartment gets replaced by a luxury condo. The old reliable car becomes a shiny new leased vehicle. The cheap home-cooked meals become expensive dinners out. Michael is making twice as much money, but still looks at the bank account at the end of every month wondering why life feels stressful. Michael thinks, maybe $100,000 is the real number. Once I hit 6 figures, then I'll finally be comfortable. A few years later, Michael reaches $100,000 a year. But the goalpost moves again. A bigger house, higher insurance payments, more lifestyle expenses, more obligations. Michael is technically successful but completely trapped. If the paycheck stops tomorrow, financial panic begins almost immediately. If you don't define what enough looks like before your income increases, your lifestyle will always expand to consume your income. You end up running faster and faster on a financial treadmill without actually getting anywhere. In macroeconomics, there is a fundamental principle. For an economy to grow strong, it must produce more and consume less. Nations that create value, invest in the future, and build more productive capacity than they consume tend to prosper over time. The exact same principle applies to our personal finances. If we want to build wealth, we must treat our life like a thriving economy. We need to create more value than we consume, invest in our future, and consistently live below our means. Because wealth is built in the gap between what we produce and what we consume. Now, before we start calculating your number, you need absolute clarity on what your ideal life will look like. Once you no longer have to work for money, especially where you plan to live and what your day-to-day lifestyle expectations are. Once you have that clear vision in mind, the rest is just logic. Here is the math.